Tim Brooke joins us with more now. And Tim, that wasn't the only protest in Alberta today.
Yes, 51,000 teachers and about 750,000 students should be in Alberta classrooms today, Tara, but instead, many of them are in places like this, protesting in both Calgary and Edmonton. Everyone agrees it's time to get back to school, but unfortunately, not everyone agrees on how that should happen. In Calgary, 2 protests attracted dozens in red. In Edmonton, it was more than 1,000. The noise was audible as Danielle Smith addressed Edmonton business leaders and mentioned the most pressing issue at hand.
So we've got a little bit more work to do.
The two sides are still far apart. One of the biggest sticking points is class size.
I had 50 elementary kids in a class at a time, and I was the only adult in the room with those students. It was overwhelming. It was unmanageable.
This teacher of almost 2 decades is currently on leave. She's trying to land a spot on City Council, motivated by her time spent in the education system.
You really need to be able to cater to all the different needs in the classroom. And so they really need to put a cap on the class sizes.
On Wednesday, the Premier claims simply dividing the number of students by teachers should result in 21 kids per class. But the Alberta Teachers Association says not every member is a classroom teacher. Some are counselors, librarians, and specialists.
But we really should not be reaching the 30-plus kids on a regular basis. That is chaos. That is not education.
Alberta doesn't track exactly how many students are in classrooms, but the government does want to get numbers down too. It says, however, a hard cap would mean more infrastructure and staffing spending than is realistic right now. The Premier isn't in favor of back-to-work legislation, but it could still be coming.
We return to the legislature with the throne speech on October the 23rd, and so if we don't have an agreement, you might be looking for something in the week of October 27th. I think the measure is it beginning to cause irreparable harm?
Tim Brooke, CTV News, Calgary.